our morning training, our morning flow practice. We're gonna go ahead and do a little more training now, building a little more muscle. We're gonna jump on here on the dip pull-up bar machine. We're gonna be doing some pull-ups, push-ups, dips. It's kind of like an a la carte. We're always gonna jump in. These guys are waiting. You ready? All right. Cool. So let's do it. So something I like to do, getting better at the behind the neck and focusing on these.
Get it, Mike. Nice. Boom.
Right. Who wants some?
Yeah, I'll get some on the neck.
Next person is up.
Yeah, so guys, so this is a little training log we're starting here. Just go and share what we do after our flow practice.
Hey, Mike, who can actually do flow practice? Like, is there a certain type of person? Like, you need some ability before you start?
No, anybody can start. You just, because any of the moves that you do.
Let me get in there.
Cool. Any of the moves that we do in flow practice, anybody can do it. You can modify it, make it easier, or make it more difficult depending on your fitness level. Most important thing is just to get started, you know?
Let's get the other side. Even it out. Whoa.
Shoot.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I like just doing these too. I find that when you touch the bar of your chest and then slowly release like 30 seconds, that's like the full range.
Oh, we got
biceps.
two at the same time.
Counterbalance
One
the weight.
static and one moving.
Nice.
Bum, bum, bum. Evan, you want to get in on this?
Evan wants some of this.
Come on, Evan. Dude, that was a nice hold. And look at those pumps. Whoa.
Yeah, jump on some dips.
Look at this handsome man about to jump on.
Yeah. Get it.
It's been a while.
Been a while. Yeah. Look at the grunt face. We got some dips going on.
Yeah, so we got a little circuit here. Usually,
Boom. Someone
we
says, welcome back, Mike. And another one, it was talking about some membership. Not sure what that's about, but maybe you can help answer that later. Boom.
there you go.
Holding it down. Nice work. You've done the flow training before, right?
Here at TT Batu, I've done it, I'd say a solid handful of times.
Cool. How do you like it? How was today's practice?
Today's practice was great. I think what really resonates with me oftentimes when I'm here, when I hear Mike say go 70%,
Get it, baby.
because
Whoa,
you could go
we got a
100%.
new person going in. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, you could go 100% in life and then just get burned out and then do it sporadically.
Yeah.
Or you could go 70% every day. I really enjoy that.
Yeah,
Good
and it's
reminder.
consistent as well, right?
Yeah,
You
and
can-
to have room for fun and keep it enjoyable and yeah, it's like Mike's saying, have positive associations to what you're doing.
Cool.
Yeah, too many people think of workout and they feel like workouts are so tough. Yeah, they make it so hard. And so when they think about it, it's like, oh, the last thing I want to do is go ahead and work out.
Yeah.
But then they know they need to, they know they want to. So you got like this conflict between somebody knowing that they should do something for their body and mind, but then they don't feel good about it. They have to like force themselves to do it. So that's why when we train 70%. Yeah, Vanessa?
Yeah. I miss these.
Getting the leg raises in. All right, let me get in there.
Time for you to go in.
Do some holds.
I love the synergy. The synergy.
That's just funny looking. Like that's just.
I don't know what you're doing, but.
We can also play with other ways as well. Like over here.
Play with other ways? What are we doing over here?
Just being healthy and creative.
That's just funny. The way Steven got up. Just see. It's okay. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all appropriate here.
What did you do with the camera, Mike?
Hey, what's up, Simply
angle were
Deep?
you messing with?
Day's going good, bro. Yeah, there you go. So let's do a buddy workout type of system to where our goal here is to always have at least one person here on the machine, on this dip station, doing something. Leg raises or pull-ups or dips.
Bring knees above the hands.
That's a move that eventually you do you go into.
Thanks, Simply Deep.
Converted on that, yeah.
See, you're doing a great job with this. Yeah, man. It's all about the community, you know? It's just awesome to get people together every morning.
Accountability.
Yep, accountability, motivation. It's much easier and fun when we do it together.
Force field. The energetic bubble.
And that's the thing. Question, how would you handle an embarrassing moment? Simply Deep. Well, that's a good question, man. Embarrassing moment? Well, I would say...
Repeat it.
Repeat it?
That's what you do in music. You can play a wrong note. You're never more, like on a guitar, you're never more than one fret up or down from a correct sounding note in that key, and repeat it and make it feel like you meant to do that. There you go.
So Simply Deep, man. When you say handling an embarrassing moment, you mean like at the time it's happening? Like what do you do when it's happening? Or what do you do like afterwards? Like let's say something embarrassing just went down right now, what do you do at that moment? Because if that's what you're asking.
Breathe and smile.
Yeah, I say just do nothing, shrug it off. You know? It's only embarrassing if you think it's, that's what you mean at the time?
Don't forget to breathe.
Dude, just shrug it off. Don't make it a big deal. Like, if you find that something just happened, and you found that something just happened and it's like embarrassing feeling, the best thing to do is just let it go.
Yeah.
Play it off, let it go, and just go about with whatever else you're doing. If you make it a big deal, it'll probably just make you feel more embarrassed.
Yeah. Another level to that as well is to also notice that eventually embarrassment is all made up in your own system as well.
Yep.
So if you can just be and not get caught up with anything and feel that's embarrassed for some strange random reason, then you just are, and you can just be, enjoy life and smile and do some badass fucking handstand shit just like that. And just play.
I think I'll be doing that. I'm just gonna do some push-ups.
There you go.
Scott's on another level here.
Boom. Da, da, da. Doing a little bit of breath work and going at it. Mike,
Yep.
come take a look at this. Woo.
Says our cell phone's overheating. Sorry guys, but this ends up shutting off. Just got a notification here saying overheated. Let's see how long we can still go. So how long do I usually meditate for? Okay, what's up guys? Depends. Usually for practice we meditate anywhere from about 3 to 4 or 5 minutes up to about maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. One of the things about doing flow training is when you're doing the practice, you're calming down your energy, you're already getting into a meditative state. So when you're actually doing meditation, you are able to get into a meditative state faster. And to say that when you meditate, on average, a person takes about 20 minutes to get into a meditative state, to where your mind is able to calm down, where your body, your energy is able to stay really calm, and you're actually meditating. Until then, a lot of people, what happens is they just sit down with their eyes closed. They're not really meditating. They're just sitting there. And so if somebody's only meditating for 20 minutes and it takes about 20 minutes to actually get into a meditative state, there's a lot of people aren't really doing much real meditation. They're doing the best they can, but it takes a little while to get into it. What we do in flow practice is by the time we actually do meditation at the very end, we are already getting into that. We're already in a meditative state because we finish off with breath work. You know, we're doing these holds where you basically hold your breath, either breathing out all of your oxygen or inhaling a max amount of oxygen and holding your breath, clearing out your energy, calming everything down, no thoughts. So by the time you actually sit there with your eyes closed and meditate, you're already in a meditative state. So that's why we can meditate for 3 to 5 minutes and have it to be equivalent to meditating for about 15 to 20 minutes. And if somebody was to do about 15 to 20 minutes, it would be equivalent to about at least 40. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and get in on this. Hey, you gonna hold for me for a sec? Sweet, man.
Mike, what's the best way to get into a state faster, like a meditative, relaxing, get in the zone? Got a question here.
Oh, thanks, man. The fastest way to do it, to do practice, do our morning practice. This will calm down your energy. You know, what we do in practice is we stretch, we do energetic grounding, we do resistant and cardiovascular training, we meditate, we do a lot of breathing. So this way it gets the entire energy flowing, gets the body to be really calm. And by the time we actually meditate, we're already in the calm state. We're also practicing getting our bodies to be in a calm state, even naturally. So this way, even if you're dealing with whatever stuff going on throughout the day, you're able to switch your nervous system, switch the way you feel inside, from being agitated or stressed to being like calm and relaxed. And it's just simply by doing the moves, doing the practice every day. So there's 7 things that are good for calming down the body, good for getting the energy to flow. The first thing is resistance training, cardio, breathing, stretching, meditating, massage, and energetic grounding. If you do all 7 of these, it's complete. Your body will be the best it can be.
Nice.
And then the longer you do it, the more conditioned your body be to be more relaxed, to have tremendous amount of energy flow, blood flow, and everything.
Yeah, yeah. You're loving the back pull-ups, huh? Let's take a look. Boom. Get it, Mike. There was someone who was asking you about what type of stretching routine do you do?
What type of stretching?
Yeah.
Really basic stretching, man. So, in flow practice, let's come over here. I'll show you.
Yeah.
So you can go to if you go to my other videos, you'll see I do each of these stretches for about 60 seconds. First one, forward fold. Second one,
Damn,
back end
Mike.
split.
What the heck?
Third, right leg stretch, left leg stretch, side bend, side bend.
Look how
Pigeon.
easy this big guy makes it.
Pigeon. Knee touch. So, spinal twist, double knee, and plow. So, these are the same moves that I do every day.
Yeah.
I know a lot of other stretches, but I find that a lot of people, they know a lot of stretches too. If you watch these stretches, there's nothing really complicated. There's no crazy yoga moves and all this stuff. It's just really good stretches that stretch out the spine, stretch out the major areas of the body.
Yeah.
And the good thing I like about these is that they're not only very, very effective for overall getting the body to be loose, but the point though is to stick to the same stretches every single day. Don't switch it up. That's probably the biggest mistake that everybody is making right now. Not because different exercises are bad, but because most people, the reason why they don't get in shape, they aren't flexible, they're not conditioned, is because they're not doing a practice. Like you guys watching this, I mean, let me know if you agree with me. Are you doing a practice every single day? Are you training 7 days a week? Are you stretching every day? Are you meditating every day? Most people I run into, they don't do any of this stuff every day. Even though they've done meditation, they've done stretching, they've done some breath work, they've done all of these things. They've done massage, they get massages, they've done all of it, but they don't do it every day. And therefore, if you don't do it every day, but your body needs it every day, then you're not getting the results, you know? That's why I do the same thing every day, because it makes it very, very easy to go ahead and do the practice. It makes it easy to do the stretches. These are the moves I do all the time, you know, pull-ups, you know, leg raises. Like this is I do leg raises as my major ab exercise now. Now, again, guys, there are tons of ab exercises that are really good. But I do this one because it works abs along with other parts of the body. It's really effective. And I get more work done because I do it more often. If somebody was to switch it up all the time, you have to decide every time when you're working out, every time you're doing a practice, what stretch should I do today? What type of exercise should I do today? All of that overthinking, all of that indecisiveness takes energy, it takes time. We start running into decision fatigue. And we end up putting more effort on what to do than actually doing it. You want to get some in?
All right.
All right.
I haven't really properly done these too much, so let's see how they turn out.
Well, take it easy now. That's why you saw me. Oh yeah, leg raises? I thought you were about to do behind the neck. All right, you got these. All day long, Steven.
Another guy in there that was asking you, how do you do a proper breathing exercise?
Proper breathing exercise, huh?
And make sure that you're doing those correctly.
So let me answer a few of these. Biswaj Yoti, how do you do a proper breathing exercise? A simple one, in through your nose, out through your mouth, do 20 times, deep breaths, and then afterwards breathe out all of your air. And then hold your breath. So proper breathing exercise will look like this. There's a lot of fancy ones, so I'll show you a really easy one. It's the most easiest one. In through your nose, out through your mouth, like this. Okay, you can get deeper in technique and talk about breathing the air into your stomach and all this stuff, but to keep it really simple so you can do it literally like right now as you're watching this video, just like this.
How long would you do that for?
20 times, followed by a exhale hold. So exhale hold is where you breathe out all of your air and hold. So it looks like this, right? Last breath. No air, hold your breath.
And no talking.
Wouldn't be able to talk, right? So then you hold your breath for as long as you can. And then after that, you can go and take one single breath in through the nose and then hold your breath again for as long as you can. So that's a really simple breathing exercise. It's a simple breathing exercise, and it's really, really effective. You will find as you start to hold your breath, you will hold your breath for as long as you can. And the longer you get towards needing air, here's a tip. It took me a while to figure out. There's a sensation of pain, deep, deep, deep pain, deep discomfort. Do your best to relax as you're getting closer to that sensation. As you get closer to that sensation, if you continuously relax and do the best you can to touch that sensation. The sensation I'm talking about is the way you feel when you don't breathe. If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, don't breathe. Just exhale all of your air, no air, and don't breathe. And then within the next 60 seconds, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. That sensation, the longer you can go in that sensation and the closer you can get to it without having to go ahead and give out by breathing, the stronger your willpower will be. Because you are walking up against death. Because what is death? Death is when you have no more air left. When you stop breathing, you have either died or entered into the deathless state, which is what yogis talk about. But for most of us, you're out. So as you start to get to it, your body will start to feel the fear of death. And when you can tap against that fear and still be okay and be calm while you can feel your body just shriveling away and you're just kind of drifting off. And then when you do inhale, you inhale slowly and deeply. Your willpower is going to increase like crazy. When you can conquer that sensation of fear, that fear of death, which is the biggest fear beyond everything else. Now, everything else in your life will be like a piece of cake because you are conquering the biggest thing that you can ever conquer in your fear in your life.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
And after that talk, time to do some dips.
Yeah.
The sweat is dripping. The game face is on. The smiles of enjoyment. Boom. Working all parts of the body.
Do a little combination. It'll burn out.
And how are these bodyweight exercises for your muscle gains?
I go with volume.
Yeah.
Volume and repetition. Yeah. So with volume and repetition, you can build size the same way, like going with heavy weights, less reps. The type of body changes. I remember reading about it back in the day when Frank Zane used to talk about it, and I couldn't relate. So for you guys who don't know who Frank Zane is, classic bodybuilder, back in the Arnold Schwarzenegger days, just phenomenal physique. Known for a guy to do very high repetition, sleek, crazy V-tapers, badass, right? So he used to talk about how high repetition builds really good striations in the muscles, really good detail. And the only obstacle is that you look big when you're pumped. But the moment when you're not pumped, the muscles don't stay the same size. They shrink down. So like right now, you see me, it's like a decent size, you know? But then if you were to go ahead and see me later on, give me like an hour or not even less, give me about 30 minutes, all my muscles will kind of shrink back down to the normal size and they won't be this full. versus if you do heavy weights, low repetition, well, not as high as here. I would say low as in, 6 to 8 up to about 12, 12 reps. Heavy weight, so when you do that, your muscles would stay looking fuller versus only looking big when they're pumped and they kind of shrinking down when they're not pumped. That's probably the biggest difference that I found, and that also Frank Zane talked about back in the day. So, but it's okay though, because I realize I don't need to look pumped all the time.
What's most important, Mike?
In what context?
Getting these reps in.
What's most important in getting these reps in?
No.
Oh.
What is most important? Is it your muscles? Is it your happiness? Is it your health? What would you consider?
I see health and happiness combined together. It's really hard to be happy if you're not healthy. It's not that it's impossible. There's a lot of people that are dealing with a lot of diseases or a lot of disabilities, and they're being happy. They're accepting the life the way they are. They're like, you know what? I'm just gonna make the best of it. And so therefore they are happy. So, but the best way to do it is to be healthy and happy. Also because happiness is more than just a thought. It's not just an idea in our mind about happiness. Happiness is also an emotion. It's a way of feeling. And so often we look at happiness as a list that we can come up with, We come up with happiness, we're like, well, I'm happy because I've got friends around, got a nice pad, I got a decent job, and my girlfriend, loves me. Cool, man. I got a little bit of money in the bank. Okay, I'm happy. And so somebody might be able to list happiness, but this doesn't mean that they're actually happy. It just means they're able to list happiness. Because there's another part of that equation. And the other part is their emotions. It's the way they feel. So let's say somebody can list these things, and these things are true, right? This is happening. But this person's emotions are not happy. This person feels stressed,
One's like a mental construct where you kind of list off things that's supposed to make you happy.
Yeah.
But happy is much more of like an emotion.
It's an emotion, it's a type of energy that's inside the body. See, emotions are just energy flowing, energy in motion in our body. And we experience this energy in our body as an emotion. And so if we are listing reasons to be happy, but the energy in our body is not an energy of happiness, is not a high energy frequency, because high frequencies are high emotions. They are more coordinated to happiness. If they're not that, but instead they are one of a lower frequency, one of, let's say, anger. Somebody's constantly angry at their life situation. They're angry at people. They're angry at their job. They're angry at their girlfriend. But then when someone asks, are they happy? Oh yeah, I'm happy. And they list everything. Then now what we have is somebody who thinks they're happy, but in reality, in what they experience in their life, they're not actually happy, And so they need to be able to change the energy.
He's like, let me get in this.
That'll work.
Let me get in this.
Anti-fragility. Right? Like
Tell me
sometimes
more.
I find myself like really, really happy, and then like some adversity thing kind of happens, and then I'm like, fuck. And then, but then I'm like, wait, this could actually be like really awesome because, everything we know of, everything that you know of in your life, let's say it's on your radar screen of what's possible. But everything that's coming in and what we think of as the future, what hasn't come yet, is totally off of our radar screen of what we already know. So it's like everything is. So it comes back to the teachability, and the average of these two numbers on a scale from 1 to 10, you could rate yourself now. Number 1, how willing are you to learn on a scale from 1 to 10? And then number 2, how willing are you to accept change? Because change is inevitable.
It's always
Everything's
happening.
Awesome, is coming off of our radar screen that we don't know of.
So you
like-
talked about like, adaptability.
And
Right.
anti-fragility.
Anti-fragility. So let's say everything's going great, right? And then something happens in somebody's life. And then now they're like, oh man, they're like, oh, this sucks. This is gonna ruin my plans.
You're gonna have to flow and pivot. This flow training comes in.
This is
gonna have
now
to
their
be
ability to navigate, their ability, their speed to let it go on the spot, their speed to be
Yeah.
able to learn how to forgive, learn how to let go, learn how to move on, learn how to accept.
And
Yeah,
Instead
that's true.
instead of getting furious, get curious.
Damn.
Get curious about
The
what's
rhymes.
Just whatever it is, you know, like what are the other possibilities that you haven't even thought of? And maybe it's not up to you to think about it. Maybe I like how Yogi Bhajan was saying, like, hey, you know, at nighttime I hand all over my problems to God, and God will take care of it, you know. And just however you call it, whether it's source energy or the infinite, expansive field of all possibilities, like hand it over to that, because it's way smarter than our minds and our brains, this limited artifact is. Because everything that's here, this machine, everything was a thought, right, in the vibrational field before it came into the physical. So yeah, just feel good. You know, it's such a blessing to be here, connecting with people, getting healthier. I was thinking of, while I was seeing this movie, I was thinking about one little breathing technique that I learned while reading about Paramahansa Yogananda, and it's helped me over the years, and I just wanted to share one cool technique. And all it is a breathing technique that's like 2 inhales,
2 exhales.
2 exhales. And what it does, you could do it, hold your breath at any time or whatever you want. But what I find is the second inhale and the second exhale allows me to get a complete breath or a complete exhale. So if I just do one, it's not as deep as the second one. Almost like opens up a passageway. And then if I just breathe X out once, it's not as strong as.
There's a new one right there that people can try out.
Little quick thing. Steven, you want to get on the camera?
Nah, I'm
You
all
want to get
good
some
for
fruit?
now.
Mike's back.
Mike, what would you like to say before we go?
The most important thing is don't overthink it. Just go ahead and do your practice. You know,
70%. I like that.
do your practice. This isn't. There's people that just do things to show. Hey, I'm gonna show you this move. You know, like demonstration. We're not demonstrating. This is what I do every single day. If you ask me, what do I do to work on my back? I do this to work on my back. You know, I go close grip to work on my back. I do under grip to work on my back. I do under wide grip to work on my back.
Yeah.
I do behind the neck now to work on my back. That's it. It's not that these are the only back exercises. These are the ones that I use because they're most simplest for me. Do the simple stuff. The most important thing, just get started. If you don't have a pull-up bar, then do push-ups. Go run in place. Do squats. Do burpees. Do dips. You know, grab 2 chairs and do dips. The idea I'm trying to say is get started and don't wait. Get started and get started today, not tomorrow or next year. Don't wait till the perfect time because fitness resolution, New Year resolution is coming up. Don't wait. Get started right now.
Surround yourself with Mike Chang. Surround yourself with an environment, with people that are going to put you in state to do this. Because right now in this space, we're so grateful to be here in your home, to open up your space and to be sharing healthy lifestyle and exercise practices. And it's just inspiring to all of us. So surround yourself with a sphere of influence, the people who are going to help propel you in the direction that you want to go.
Right on, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
So that's it for today, guys. See you guys next time. Love you guys. Thank you for all your messages and support. Don't forget, let's get started with it.
Boom. Sayonara.
Yeah, so good.